It was midnight in Egypt, and a silence hung in the air like a blade waiting to fall. Then it happened, the first cry, and another, and another, and another, until the entire land echoed with the sound of grief. This is not just a tale from ancient scrolls. It's one of the most terrifying, mysterious, and controversial moments in the entire Bible. A night when innocence perished, when judgment came down like a storm, and a question still lingers in the minds of many: was this divine justice or a merciless act of collective punishment? In this story, we'll journey into the heart of Egypt, walk the streets just before the final plague, and witness the moment that changed history forever. A moment that forces us to ask, what happens when mercy is refused too many times? Stick with me to the very end, because this isn't just a story about the past, it's a warning, a whisper, maybe even a mirror. This is not just a story about plagues or power, it's a story about warning, judgment, and the deafening silence that comes when we ignore mercy. This is the final night of Egypt, the night the cry rose.
Amun was a healer, a man of reason. He'd watched plague after plague strike the land, water to blood, frogs, hail, locusts, and now word had spread like smoke on the wind. Tonight, every firstborn in Egypt will die. He didn't want to believe it, but he couldn't ignore it either.
The Hebrews, they're marking their doors with lamb's blood.
Do you think that will stop death?
What if it would?
Across the city, tension crackled like a storm about to break. Pharaoh sat silent in his palace, stone-faced, unyielding. He'd been warned by Moses, "Let God's people go, or your firstborn will fall." But pride dies slowly. And Pharaoh's heart was like iron. In contrast, the Hebrews were ready. They weren't stronger or smarter, just obedient. And sometimes, obedience is what saves you.
At midnight, the wind stilled. Even the animals held their breath. It moved like a shadow no eye could see. And then the first cry. The plague didn't care if you were a nobleman or a shepherd. It cared only about one thing: obedience to the warning. In the palace, Pharaoh too felt the weight. His boy, his heir, was gone. "Go, take your people, leave Egypt, now!" It took a sea of sorrow for Pharaoh to release the people he once enslaved. Back in the physician's home, his son was safe. Not because of science, but faith. They had marked their door in blood, just like the Hebrews. A strange act, perhaps, but it saved their family. God doesn't always shout. Sometimes he whispers through signs, through people, through moments, and he offers mercy before he brings judgment. The question is, will we listen before the cry rises? Mercy comes before judgment. Obedience can save more than you know. This was the final plague, but not the end of the story. Subscribe for more powerful biblical stories that speak to our world today.